and damage and stuff like that, so I leave it on semi-auto for weapon swapping. There's a fully automatic one, which means you cannot manually swap. And a full manual one, which means it will never swap for you. But semi-automatic, if it hits 100%, it'll go to another weapon, that sort of thing. It's just kind of nice to have. They're good games, but they take way too long to get into gameplay. Persona is a huge story investment. That's why you play the Persona games, as far as I'm aware. You play it primarily because story.
Thanks.
So I feel like a lot of people don't mind that because they're just there for the story. So getting essentially sort of like a visual novel. You just want the story segments. And then the fact that it has like an RPG battle system is kind of just like a nice add-on.
Gosh.
But I need some sort of gameplay attachment personally to get through story, so if there's a huge chunk of it, I get bored real fast. This game seems to have a bunch of story before it gets to the meat of the game. Like, I've been 2 hours and I don't think anything substantial gameplay-wise has happened, but there's at least something happening. It's not just 2 hours of talking to people, these are save points.
Alright.
You like 4's battle system? Actually don't know 4's battle system. I barely know anything about any of their battle systems, so. You play for the story, but you also like the other bits. The entrance to the sewers is down the corridor. We'll need to sneak through, and by sneak through, I mean we're just going to run in here and fight them all.
Over there!
Excuse me? And yes, you can just unload your pistol into things, like this, for instance. It's great fun. Anyway. You dislike being totally railroaded.
Now.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I love, like, FF10. FF13 is a little iffy, but I love FF10. And that is a linear game. People complain about 13 being linear all the time, including me, but 10 is no less linear than 13, really. The only difference is you can go backwards to some extent. I don't mind being stuck in, like, one path. It's a story-focused game, sort of has to do that to you.
Gosh.
But yeah, there's definitely a limit to how much I will just travel along a rail line. And yes, you can just unload your pistol into things. It's great fun. So far, this game is pretty linear, to the extent of where you can reasonably go. But again, it's got a story to tell you, so that's, you know, somewhat to be expected.
No.
But, like, once you get out of this castle, you're out on the open world. You can sort of technically kind of wander around however you feel like. King Leonhard did his best to heal the long-standing rift. Assume the pistol's OP at first, but gets worse as the game goes on. So far, the pistol is relatively kept up with melee, but melee tends to have more effectiveness against multiple enemies. There's also the weird way stats work in this game. I'll explain when we get out of this cutscene a little bit better, but you have... Yeah, it's a tutorial area, they're explaining stuff, yeah. So it's fine that this is, you know, go here, do this sort of thing. Is that Romance of the Three Kingdoms, or a different game that you're talking about? Because I've heard 10 and 13 are good, but I haven't played them. The way stats work in this game is they're sort of cumulative. And that sort of starts favoring towards melee because you can equip 3 melee weapons and only 1 ranged weapon. If you kill people, they die. This is the traditional poison the king with a little bit at a time thing. I like her fish earrings, by the way.
Hey.
I'll go ahead and open, that's not the menu. Open the menu to show that to you. So you have 3 melee slots and then only 1 ranged. So your melee stat seems to go up faster than ranged. It's a little weird how it works, because a weapon with 29 strength doesn't increase your physical damage by 29 when you slot it into an empty slot, so I don't really know the math going on there, but there's something going on with the stats in this game. I haven't figured it out.
Look
Anyway.
at that.
Welcome to Ding Dong Well. Not really a well, it's more sewers, but I didn't design the game, so... The battle area. If you want to run away, run against the battle area edge. I hate fighting these because they have a ranged attack.
Not far now, Evan.
There is also, something you might have noticed, no transition between running around and fighting things and then running around again, as long as you're not on the world map.
Hey.
They released a DLC for 13 that makes it a sort of RPG. The $35 DLC, good god. Why don't we see how you do with some simple skills? There is the other side effect of the ranged weapon that I didn't really mention, but despite having technically unlimited ammo, it does use up mana. If I'm not mistaken. I could show that to you in a second here. Skills and the zing effect. Using a skill, consume amount of MP. If the zing gauge of the weapon you're using is full, the effect of the skill will be boosted, and may be different altogether, which is kinda neat.
Well now.
Let's go fight some monsters! Woo! You can also break pots. In case you feel like breaking every pot in the game, there are many of them. I will not be breaking every pot in the game. Also don't know why I didn't overwrite my other save, but whatever.
This will be over soon.
Anyway, watch the mana over there in the top left while I shoot. So while I could shoot forever, it takes my mana, and then I don't get mana back unless I go hit things with my sword, so... Which means I can't use skills, and skills are usually stronger than the gun, so, you know, trade-offs. Okami has taught you to break all the pots. Also, equipping duplicate weapons is a thing that you do in this game, and it feels really weird. You also don't have to hit a button to pick up any of these items. There's a lot of really nice little quality of life things. dropping... That's gotta be Twitch's server being stupid. That keeps doing that. I don't know what else it could be. I don't know. You guys haven't really complained, so it can't be that bad when it happens. They're not dropping the price of the base game. I did notice they were selling the old games in not English on Steam, which is an adventure. That was my skill, in case you're curious.
Not far now, Evan.
The new bronze sword is stronger. It is indeed, because it is a blue weapon. This game uses the MMO style weapon color rarity thing.
Leave this to me.
Yeah. He should do a spin. No, he's not going to do a spin. Thought he had a pattern, but apparently not.
Not far now, Evan.
We got a burning broadsword. Hey, and some bread. There's like a food system in this, and you can see under like the knife and fork there's a timer. So you can eat food, and like the better the food, the longer the duration and stuff like that. You can make yourself full. It's a I don't know what it does. Like minor stat buffs, but I don't know if like you need to eat at some point.
This will be over soon.
Ow. Level up.
Not far now, Evan.
Sewer bread delicious. 180 heal out of that, good god. Honestly, I could go for some sewer bread about right now.
Leave this to me.
Good fight. Oh, there's a goo. I didn't even see him.
You won't hurt, are you?
A gloomy broadsword. That didn't drop last time I was here. Slightly increases dark damage. They also have like a charge build rating. I don't know what that means. They're hiding high potions in the pots, apparently so. And mana.
Now.
I don't know if I said anything, but I don't know if the trash on the ground is actually important to pick up, because I haven't got to a point where I use it, so. Weird how you float. I'm just picking it up because it's here. It could be useful for crafting. I don't know. What's the sword gloomy about? Probably the life of being a sword. Sometimes it's a lonely life, you know? You don't have anyone to talk to. No one really seems to appreciate your existence. Excuse me?
You won't hurt, are you?
Wondering what I was in combat with. Pretty much all this is going to be iron nuggets and then whatever that item, but the other item is that I forgot the name of. That is where we're supposed to go. The life of being thrust into monsters and banged on pots. Yeah, a violent life.
This will be over soon.
I don't know why I spun that way, but I did.
Hurt, are you?
A dollop of crude sap. That's the other thing that drops down here. And pebbles. If I had to take a wild guess, and it's a crazy guess, I know, but if I had to take a wild guess, I would say the pebbles are probably not useful.
Not far now, Evan.
It's not far now, Evan. I wonder if this game has an inventory limit. That's a good question, actually. It does. But it's per category. Oh, but it doesn't have a material limit. Okay. So you have a 300 limit on every piece of equipable items, and then no limit on anything else. Fair enough. 300 is a lot. Why would I have 300 items? I don't know. Is your partner using a weapon or just beating the hell out of everything? She should have a dagger. Also, 69. She should have a dagger, but I don't know. I can't look at her equipment because she's not a party member, technically. Continue our journey. Nella!
Oh.
Made your sword horny.
There you are, your majesty. Much as it pains me, I'm afraid I must ask you to relinquish your life.
Mausinger?
It is terribly unfortunate, I concede, but your illustrious line ends here, today. There is nowhere to run. Come quietly, and you shall not suffer long.
I'll hold him off for as long as I can. Get out of here. Go. Now. But, Nella... Just go. You are the kingdom's last hope, Evan. You cannot die here.
How did become ha ha ha? It's a translation error. Don't mind that. Emotional attachment to characters we don't know. With the amount of weapons you receive, it may quickly become a problem of Diablo inventory. That's true, it might. I was getting a lot of accessories while I was playing earlier too, so the drop rate of stuff does seem fairly high.
Nella!
We have to go back somehow straight vertical when we jumped
No.
down into water. Question mark. She's dead forever, by the way. Flashbacks don't make us care more, just confused. If they're just gonna jump off the bridge into water, why didn't she jump with them? I thought of that too. Surely he can't swim. He looks rather heavy. Should've just brought the whole crew in, but they didn't, so... Excuse me? There we go. Difficulty killing him there. Ooh, a red chest. A fiery broadsword. Probably better than burning. It's probably better than everything I have, but... Oddly, every one of my weapons has the same model. There are different models for weapons. I guess they are all broadswords, but there's different models for weapons. He's gonna be some corrupted boss later on. Possible. He could be infected with the dark magic.
Here goes nothing.
That's my burning sword, in case you can't tell by the fact that it's on fire. Kinda gives it away there, doesn't it? Also, the anime rules of not seeing them die, yeah. I'm honestly just suspecting she's not dead and she'll show up at some point later. Cutlass is probably not better than what I have, so fuck off. Legend of Mana kind of weapon system, a bit, because it does have the charging. Although it's less of a charge for an attack and more of a charge for like a skill special or whatever. Speaking of shouldn't be able to swim, hello. Do you?
Here
The
goes
Legend of
nothing.
Mana remake. Is that the one that was garbage? Ow, he canceled my attack. Rude. There was oh, I hate that he blocks. Some remakes that released recently that were trash. So it was bad. Okay. Remember it was that or something else. I think it was two of them were bad. Is he done? Question mark. If it was that easy, it would be a joke. Yeah, the lady died to buy us a minute and a half. She did good work. Quality assistance.
Roland!
The forbidden magics. Do your attack so we can move on with this fight. He's a centaur rat now? Yeah, we Vermintide boys. Mistakes were made. Why are you facing that way? I'm over here. Oh, there you go, we did it. Good job, team. Just died because bad writing. Hey look, she's not dead. Now she probably is now.
No!
Why didn't we shoot it in the eye before, you idiot?
Nella!
Damn it.
Wake up, Nella. Please wake up. Heaven,
Oh hey, she's not dead.
you'll be at one.
She's totally dead.
But no one could ever replace your mother. But in our time together, I've come to think of you as... I know, Nella. I know. I had hoped I would live to see it.
It's Piccolo when he get you.
I know you will be. But I can't do it. Not without you. I can't. Of course you can. You have a good heart, Evan. I can see it. You'll be the kindest king, with the happiest subjects there have ever been. Aranella!
No.
Evan, you have to build a kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after. No. Nella! Don't leave me! Nella! Nella!
Nella.
Nella!
Fox. Plot twist, he murders everyone in the kingdom because Nella died.
For you, Nella, we'll build a new kingdom where everyone can be happy.
I hear something. This way. Is it there?
Evan, we have to leave.
Nella!
Nella. Again. No, Nella, you died. And then there's this scene, which I don't understand, but, you know, I'm probably not supposed to understand it.
What's the matter, Evan? You look sad.
I lost someone special. Someone I thought would always be there.
Oh, that is sad. But for every ending, there's a new beginning, you know?
Really?
Of course. You lost someone special, but you also met someone new, didn't you? and you'll be making lots more new friends very soon.
Nope,
Which
skipped
isn't to
over
say
that, I'm
things will
sorry.
be easy. Life is never that simple. The beginnings and endings, the hellos and goodbyes, every step on the journey comes with its own challenges and rewards.
Hey, why are you sad? My mom's dead. My second mom.
Suppose. Listen to me talking like a wise old man. Sorry, these aren't my words. They're someone else's. Someone very special.
Is this God? I have no idea who the hell this is.
Who?
He also does that.
I have to go now, but I'll come and visit you again soon, alright?
He glances to
Bye.
the side and then says he has to leave, so I don't know what's going on.
Hey.
Bye, God. See you later. In the span of 2 minutes, we got a knight turning into a giant rat centaur, Piccolo showed up, became a woman, and the kids having a conversation with God.
Oh.
Yes. Does anyone have questions? Scurry. Look at the floating island things. Not actually floating, they're on pillars. You know. Strange islands. It's a multicultural game.
Gosh.
Huh.
Again, reminder that Nella doesn't have animal ears. Remember Sleepy? Pyramid of color, not Black Pyramid. It's called Black Pyramid. I call it whatever it wants to be called. If it wants to be called a sheep, I'll call it a sheep.
Kuni! Oh.
Did I ask Sleepy? Look, it has like a name badge. It says Black Pyramid on the name badge. Like you go into its shop and it's like, hello, I'm the Black Pyramid. Do you need help today? We have a discount on bricks. My pronouns are choop, chop, and chopper. Excuse me.
Not exactly. I'm going to keep my promise to Nella. I'm going to build a kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after.
Like a fairy tale. Hint.
You are, huh? Good for you.
Good for you.
I've made my mind up too. I'm staying here, in this world. With you, Evan.
Why you got the thing
You are?
under your lip?
And thus, young Evan, though heavy of heart, resolved to honor the dying wish of his dearest friend by becoming a king once more. And Roland, sensing something special in his youthful companion, decided to join him on his journey.